You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like we say, jump right back in. If you
yeah,
miss something, jump right back on. When it's, you know what I'm talking about?
that's all it is. It ain't nothing else. It ain't you don't miss nothing because we keeping it constant. So you only miss it when it's a once every now and then event or you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like
yeah,
you can't miss this because everybody got life situations, so everybody can't attend everything or everybody can't be a part of everything.
right.
But the fact
Exactly.
that they know that this continuation and I can jump in when it fits for me, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying?
When it's time to connect, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
And like you say, because that's even involving people catching the vision. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Really catching the vision. Like, yeah, I gotta lock in on that.
And that's what I was getting a lot of. I had my boy, he from Houston, but he moving down here. But he was just like, man, when I seen the vision, when I seen the house of resources, I was like, man, you got
Yeah,
something right there, just the
yeah,
name. And then
yeah, yeah,
when you tell him about the mission of it, you know what I'm saying? It just connects. I,
yeah,
I met a
yeah.
guy, man, I forgot his name. You probably know him. It's a white guy. He's the one that kind of steered Coach Etheridge in the right way because Coach Etheridge had shot him out like this is the guy that kind of got me going on the right direction. But I met him at the event, and I was just
Mhm.
passing out the flyers for the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? He showed up
Yeah.
yesterday, and I got the campaign asking people in the community to commit to at least $10 a month to help out with the school. So
Okay.
so I got that in the flyer, and I'm just passing it out. White guy passed it out to him.
Yeah.
He showed up yesterday, bought like 3 plates, and gave me a check for 120. Said, "Man, I'm bad with keeping up with stuff, so I'm gonna go and pay up for a year." You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's what's up.
But just love off just the vision. I don't
Yeah.
know him, he don't know me, but he loved what it's about. And he was like, "I heard you talking to Coach Etheridge. You passed me a flyer. Here go a check, and I want to buy me some plates." And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, that's what it's gonna take because we talk about the system. So even though there's ways that I'm figuring out now, I can get some money from the system to help what I'm doing. I don't want to depend on that. I want us to be able to thrive, even if the system say no to a grant or say no to this. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. Right.
our babies need it, even if the system don't want to fund what we
Hey,
doing. The babies still
yeah.
need it, so it still got to be
Exactly.
done. It still got to be done. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
So,
bro.
so that's
Yeah.
what we
Been
doing, man.
there. Been there. Yeah. I understand that to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, some of us, man, I can't do nothing because I can't get no funding. Well, if you can't get no funding, you can't do nothing. Ain't nothing ever gonna get done. We got to figure out how to fund
Yeah.
ourselves.
You gotta figure out how to get it done.
You know what I'm saying? About to post this. I mean, we already live, man. Welcome
Yeah.
to this gangster, man. I'm up in here with my boy, Big
But
Shank, Alexander the
what's up?
King, Alexander the
What's up?
Great, whatever you want to call him. You understand?
What's up? Man, yeah, man. What's good with it, man? Just your good brother. You know what I'm talking about, man? Salute to you, boy. We on that wealthy gangster right now, man. It's a privilege, you know what I'm saying, and an honor for the invite, man, and for us, sit down and chop it up every time, man. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm talking about? So shout out to the good people out there, man. It ain't nothing but love, you know what I'm saying? That's all I know.
that's it, man. So
Yeah,
it's a long time coming. We've been chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? I tapped in with your radio station. It's time for me to tap back in with
yeah,
this too, y'all.
exactly, exactly.
But what we doing is this is our mission. Like so many like-minded individuals like ourselves, we all going down our own paths, our own struggles, our own trials, our tribulations, all that stuff. But we still trying to figure out how to make it work together at the same time.
Yes,
That's
sir.
our hurdles. That's our dilemma in our community. Like even the ones that want to do good, how can we figure out how to do what we want to do and still maintain a certain life that we got to do and the family we got to take. You know what I'm saying? Just that
Yeah,
juggle because
yeah,
we're not, and no pun intended, we're not filled with resources right now. That's why we
yeah,
created the House of Resources. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man. So I've been rocking with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then even before we really tapped in, I still knew you from afar and had respect. You know what I'm saying? Just by the name and just by knowing the story. So you on Wealth is Gangster, man. Give us a little introduction of you, a little past your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Your basketball, all just give us a little insight on
Yeah,
you before I break it down and start really asking you the questions I want to ask
for sure, man, and everything likewise. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man. Out that town, man. Temple. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised, man. Just coming from a tribe. You know what I'm saying? Just a youngster coming from a tribe, man, and just always been about my people, man. You know what I'm saying? Been about respect, you know what I'm saying? Respecting myself off the top, man, and respecting others, man. So that's, even just like that, even coming up, you know what I'm saying? We all ventured off, man. Background, going to church. You know what I'm saying? You're going to church in the morning. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah,
Sunday mornings. But I wasn't in a household who made you go all the time. You know what I'm saying? And mostly when it was at my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? I grew up under my grandtie mostly. You know what I'm saying? A lot. You know what I'm saying? From my tea lady and my pops, you know, traveling with army and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But just coming up, understanding things got to be done. You know what I'm saying? Uh, not ever giving up. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, man. That's just my basis, man. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it brought me a long way. You know what I'm saying? We go through things, man. Life serious, life get real. But one thing about it, man, for me is like I always recognize that I'm a lover and a fighter. I'm a warrior when I need to be a warrior, and I'm full of love at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I'm real intuitive. I've been like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can feel the scene. You know what I'm talking about? I can feel the scene, man, and I learned how to get stronger with the gifts that I knew I had, even coming up as a youngster, man, as a baby. You know what I'm saying? Feeling okay, well, I can do this, really, or I can do that,
yeah,
and just sticking with that, man. But you know, like they say, heavy is the crown, man.
for
In
sure.
life, when you got that, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have that opposite.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna have that opposition
yeah, yeah, for sure.
always, man. But you never fold because that's just what it is. I mean, everything is positive and negative.
Mhm.
The energies, you know what I'm saying? But they go together, you know what I'm saying? To be strengthened.
Yeah,
And House of Resources, man, you know what I'm saying? That's fire because that's such an umbrella.
yeah,
The reason why I'm getting at is being resourceful with yourself, man, fighting through whatever you need to fight through. You know
hmm,
what I'm saying? And that energy that's within us and that energy that's around us, whether it be positive or negative, you use them to
yeah.
harmonize them to break through. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? To
nah,
knock off generational curses, man. And
yeah, you got
coming,
we got to know how to navigate that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And that
yeah,
energy, because the energy is there regardless. But normally we just take it and go with it the wrong direction. We just need to change the direction we run with that.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. And that's why us, you know what I'm saying, coming to recognize that thing. And coming up, going through the things you get, that's those your tests, those your lessons, that's where you learn from, man, to be able to, for me, just speaking for me, even to be able to call myself Alexander King, I
yeah,
had to go through them levels. You know what I'm saying? We all got to go through them levels. We all got to learn. And you know, like I said this morning, I was downloading, I'm talking like puzzle pieces, man. You know what I'm saying? So even by you asking me about the past and, you know, coming up, them all puzzle pieces, man, them all snapshots, you know what I'm saying? A life of what built me.
to what
All
you,
the things T went through,
yeah,
those snapshots, those puzzle pieces of life for you to be where you here, be where you at. You know what I'm saying? Even having the mind frame to come up with something for the community, House of Resources.
yeah,
Even them coming up with Eminent Radio now to be able to spread realness, spread what we want, what we need out here, and play some good music. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing that I always that's one thing I use. I meditate with music sometimes. You know what I'm talking about?
and
So you know,
I'm glad you brought that up because what we on now, we on my podcast, but and I was on your radio, and that's the importance of media because
mm,
the propaganda that we're fed through media, and you know what I'm saying. So
bro,
we're brainwashed by that what they tell us a man's supposed to be or how we supposed to think or what's supposed to be cool. They really program us. So what you doing with the radio is so big because you touch a lot of people, but it's coming from your perspective. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Unapologetically black man, a masculine man perspective. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to worry about, well, I'm gonna get kicked off the air or this and that because you got your own lane with it. You know,
Yes, sir.
that's big. So what made you get into the radio? I'm gonna go back a little bit in a minute because we
Yeah.
not gonna we're not gonna pass by the basketball and all that.
Already, yeah, already. We're gonna get back to it. Yeah.
But since we on this part, I want to know what made you think about the radio. What inspired you to start with the radio and all that?
Man, bro. I'm gonna say, man, as far as back I can really remember, I've been a music lover. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I remember back looking up at my Uncle Silly, man, all these records all on his wall. He got the album covers, and I'm back there dropping the needle on everything, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Entertaining myself. I'm in the back room by myself. He leave me back there. Just don't scratch up my records, you know what I'm saying? So I
That's where the
continually
appreciation for it started.
played what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I kicked it at, in the back room on music. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, like I'm saying, I'm 5, 6, 7, 8, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On up. And just loving the music and how it made me feel. You know what I'm saying? Never feeling alone. I knew I had a relationship with it. And we'll get to that later on. You know what I'm saying? But as I grew older, when the tapes come, I'm making tapes to just give them out. R&B, the rap, LL on here, and I'm giving them to my aunties. The stuff they listening to at the clubs. That's what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Earth, Wind and Fire. That was my pop's favorite group. I'm on Cameo because that's what my uncle was rocking. I'm on Morris Day, The Time, Prince, and Michael Jackson, of course. You know what I'm saying? Confunction.
Yeah.
On and on, and then. And remind you, like I say, I spent a lot of time at my grandma's house. So it was my grandma, my grandpa, and my uncle, mostly. My grandpa, he in the front room in the kitchen. All he doing is playing music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After work, he want his plate, he want his pearl beer, and he want his radio on. Either he gonna sit in the kitchen with his radio with the big jam box with the one speaker, or he gonna be sitting outside in the driveway in his truck on music, chilling.
That's his vibe. That's his meditation moment. That's
You know
where
what
his
I'm
peace.
saying?
That's where his peace was at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So all that grew on me because even like I was saying, my uncle did it. I'm back there. He let me, and they grew on me. So as time went on, man, DJing at house parties sometimes. Middle school, like we throw a house party, middle school, high school, early year high school. And I don't even like to say DJing because I respect cats who actually DJ. You know what I'm saying? I play music. I drop the needle. You know what I'm saying? And growing up, like I say, doing that and still just loving music all through my life. Finally, once the internet type of stuff started busting out, I knew that I had a passion to have a radio station, to run something and do it my way.
Yeah.
To help the people, you know what I'm saying? And to touch people. You know what I'm talking about? Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's been like lifelong, pretty much.
Kind of just built up from the love, and then just the passion. It just stood with you. It was one of those passions that just never shook you. You never shook it. Stayed with you, and you grew with it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And having the ear to play good music at certain times. You know what I'm saying? It's just like harmonizing the music. You know what I'm saying? Even like how people mix and master. I know how to play some. I feel like I'm good at putting songs together where you just gonna ride and it's like you at a musical carnival. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how I like to do it on the radio station, and then have them break in moments where it's like boom. You hear that Wealthy's Gangster interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boom. You hear that Tony Noah 2:30 in the morning. Somebody might need it at that time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might need to know about how to resources 5 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. First thing getting up, turn on them, and then you gonna jam through the day. But take you back because I play everything, man, from I would say 60s on up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear something.
So that's even tapping in this generation with music they wouldn't have never heard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you connecting the generations at the same time. So it's a lot of different things going on at once, as well as just your passion and love for it. You connecting the generations, you keeping you bringing, keeping some of the ancestors that have passed away with great music still going on. It's a lot going on, and I salute that. And that's probably what led you into the music when you started doing music and all that. There was just a love for music, so why not rap too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, because like during them times, man, like I'm talking like I'm dropping the needle on Run DMC, you know what I'm saying, LL, and then I ended up writing my first R&B song in like fourth grade though,
Yeah, yeah,
because I still was jamming to the
that's,
R&B,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because that felt good, and that's another reason why I say that, because music feel like home to me. I grew up in a even at, when I'm with my mama, that's all she did was play that good Shirley Murdoch and Anita Baker, that Patty. You know what I'm saying?
That music that's talking
So
to the
so
soul.
everywhere I went,
Yeah.
so music is home to me. You
Mhm,
feel me?
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And especially when you're saturated with it coming up, and that kind of speaks to what I do for a living when I talk to these youth, because the way what you said, that music, it started out what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it grew with you and it stuck with you still to this day. And that's the importance when we're grooming these youth. We gotta watch what we're putting into them so young, because it sticks with them, it grows with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So I like to, anytime I can connect that, when we talk about changing the narrative or what I'm doing with the youth, that's why I target the youth. I know as a community, we all need it on our levels, you know what I'm saying? But I know if we get into the youth, that generation, that's when you really change the needle, because you could talk to some older folks and some of them gonna change, some of them not,
You know
but
that.
but
Yeah.
most of them not gonna take it and run with it, because we already kind of baked in the way we process. I mean, it's few, because I'm one of the ones that thought a certain way to about 30, and then I reversed the whole way I was thinking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I feel it.
it's something that can't happen, but mostly to really plant seeds and getting those youth early really is what's going to change the generations of our people. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to connect that, because it caught my ear when you said starting out 5, 6 in that basement with the music, and then I'm like, okay, still to this day, that's his passion. That's what you know what I'm saying? So that lets
Yeah,
me know what you started off with. If you'd have started you off with something totally different or something more chaotic, that probably would have grew with you too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly, man. It's funny that you brought that up, because during my doing my download and morning process this morning, man, you know what I'm saying, that came to me about how we drop them seeds, you know what I'm saying? And you're right. I mean, if we getting if I start out feeding the baby a bag of boo boo, and I'm telling that baby that steak all the way up 345, here eat this boo boo, but it's steak. I'm telling them it's steak, but you eating the boo boo.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? So that as that child grow up, he gonna think that steak is what boo boo is steak.
yeah,
So we gonna be confused, and like you say, that come from a process, man, and that's where we have to learn to break that. So you gotta be able to find yourself,
mhm,
find what that gift is, find how you can connect to yourself before you try to connect to anybody else,
yeah,
because then you'll know your lane, and you'll know your pieces of the puzzle. Okay, I can do this. And when I do this, I know that I can touch somebody, or I can affect somebody in a positive way. Because like we said earlier, you can find that gift and use it negatively.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That same thing can go negative or positive. What they say, like fire can keep you warm or it can burn you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
right,
everything ain't bad or good. It's the way we process it and the way we use it what makes it bad and good. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Uh,
So that's why, like you say, man, when we touching the youth, trying to grab the youth,
yeah,
and as you know, I deal with young men,
yeah, yeah,
young, preteen on up with the basketball. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I used to coach football too, but the basketball court is a more intimate space for me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? On the court, individually with the individual players, and as a whole, you're able to get in their ear more. Ain't no equipment. I ain't got to talk to no helmet or no face mask.
yeah, 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 yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You say it's more personal. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right. And I can look them in their eyes and tell them they can understand that. Not only am I telling you something of how to play this game out here on this court, and I'm telling you the truth. But
mhm,
when I tell you game on, playing the game of life,
yeah,
you gonna understand that it's true, because I can look you in your eyes and I can tell who listening and who not listening. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So that's like when you were saying about reaching out to adults. Some of them gonna get it, some of them not. it's the same with kids.
Yeah, yeah,
Some gonna get it, some gonna not, because it could be something real dysfunctional, deeply rooted in one of them youngsters already too, and it's
oh yeah,
hard.
and most of us. That's why I tell our people
Yeah,
are traumatized. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Most of us are traumatized. Some are on higher levels than others, but we all got a part of trauma just coming from our backgrounds, our
right,
culture. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah,
Because some of them they don't know what love is, or
yeah,
understand how to listen to somebody telling them,
yeah,
or how to emulate something that they see somebody giving them some good game, and
yeah,
know how to internalize that and use it. So it starts at the root, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And that's why
Our
we got to go get
community.
them though, because we can, if we give them, and this is why a big reason why I made the purchase of getting this building is because, like, when I've been doing it for the last year and a half, 2 years, I've been doing monthly events,
Yeah,
and I haven't did one in about 5 months because it's only a few places in Temple and they already booked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta try to find places that I can go and this and that, and I just got tired of jumping through ropes and all that. But
yeah,
what I was getting to is our youth is 24/7 is negativity coming at them, especially when you coming from
yeah.
where we come from is negativity 24/7 from your peers, from the school,
Right,
from the radio, from YouTube, just everywhere you look, right? And it's influencing them to, and that's what when I wrote the book, The Streets Lie to Us, it's influencing because when you in that world, it seems normal. So when you're out of that world, we look at them and be like, man, they out of control, they crazy, they're losing their mind. But when you in that world, you're like, this is normal. What I'm about to do is one of my best decision that I got on the table. You know what I'm saying? And until we change that narrative and we put something in the community, or we give them programs, or we give them a house of resources where they know 24/7. We got mentorship, we got after school programs, we got businessmen and women, we got a community of people that steady builds. This all they do here is build. You
Bill.
know,
Yeah,
it ain't if like we're gonna have like little parties or whatever. That'll be another event. The House of Resources is like a event space. It's like a party house for nothing but entrepreneurs, like-minded
right,
build.
right,
It's about building 24/7. Even when we having our good times, when we have the black man brunch or dinner there, when we have
yeah,
the fatherhood brunch that we about to have, when we have all these things, we're gonna celebrate, but it's gonna be celebrating on a higher level, higher standard of living. You know what I'm saying? Raising our people, and we got to make that cool because most of us only think stuff is cool if you go to the club, if you getting in fights, if you drunk, if you doing this. We gonna turn that around and show now when we show up and we dress to impress, or we show up and we just kicking it as men around the table, just masterminding,
we
plotting
can be together. Yeah,
how to figure out how we can, man, what you got going on? How can I pour into you? Or man, I got somebody that I can plug you with that'll help what you doing take off for it. You know what I'm saying? Or I need a plumber. Let me call the House of Resources because they got plumbers on the team. Let me call that electrician. They got plumbers on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
oh, you need the word out. Let me call my boy Big Shank because he can put you on the radio. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
just all come together and we can
Right.
all benefit off each other and help each other movements go to the next level.
Boom. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was saying, man, what I was downloading earlier morning, puzzle pieces.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that
We,
puzzle
we
piece,
don't have that in our community. Every other group got that. They got thousands of places like the House of Resources. We don't even got one.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And,
right.
and, and this is like a model that we need to reduplicate city to city, state to state. You know, and
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
what everybody I'm talking to. Like I was talking to my guys out of Austin. They didn't work their way up in the city, and now they help you get your CDLs license. They help you get licensed to run road construction companies and stuff like that. Two
Yeah,
black men that come from the streets. You know what I'm saying?
well, yeah,
We talking about, hey man, but we need to connect with the House of Resources. So people down there that want their CDLs, people that down, so you might be out of jail or whatever. Now I got something. Okay, I can plug. You want your CDLs? Let me call my
yeah,
boy. Let me call my boys.
right.
You want to get in plumbing? Let me call my boy. You want to get in this? Let me call. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't got no spot where we can go there and get the information, the education, the resources, the know-how. One spot. Oh, you want to get into wholesaling? Let me call my guy that's wholesaling. You want to get into, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like we don't have that, and that's why we
you
we
know,
instead of complaining about we don't have it, it's time to just have it.
yeah, just yeah, man.
And like I tell people,
Right,
all of us can't do it, right? And that's why
right,
when I put out that call to action, looking for people that'll donate $10 a month to help the school get off the ground. That's a community. Am I gonna do it? I'm gonna do it if don't nobody donate. That's just. But I'm trying to form that mindset of how we can do with each other well, oh, you know what? I ain't trying to run no school. I ain't trying to do what he's doing, but I can scrape up $10 a month in
Yeah,
benefits. You know what I'm saying? Like
and help connect it and
help
help
connecting
connect the
it.
situation, man.
And if you got kids, oh yeah, I'm gonna sign my kids up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't no program where you sign your kids up. Now you got to pay $100 a month. No, you sign your kids up, and I'm just asking if you can do that $10 a month. You know, if you can do more, you can do more. But what I said $10 because I feel like even if you don't have a dollar, I mean, even if you broke, if you believe in the mission, you can find $10 a month.
Yeah, you can
You know
find
what
yeah,
I'm saying? You
yeah,
know, you can just say forget
true.
McDonald's for one day and you be good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
and
true.
that's just a mindset of you know what I don't because we'll say I ain't got the money, then you'll see somebody at McDonald's like, man, you finna spend
Yeah,
$30 at McDonald's
yeah,
right now. You could have said,
right.
you know what,
Off the top.
so we got to stop with the excuses and stop with the oh, I want to go march and I want to go to church. It ain't nothing wrong with that if you want to do that, but we do that a lot of times because that's the lazy way out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Yeah,
we don't wonder because the real work. Like
that's understood.
if you want to go march, okay, but when you get done marching, let's meet up and then let's talk about the
What's
solution.
next?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
what's
Now,
next?
let's meet
Yeah,
at the house after you get through
right.
protesting. Let's come to the house of resources and let's put something in play to change lives because it's about real solutions. Our emotions and what we think about it. I don't care about all that, man.
Nah,
So what's your take on just like our community as far as the lack of resources and how we need to come together? And like I say, if you ain't got number $5 or $10, how big is that to put in on a movement when to help further our people?
it's major. You know what I'm saying? And uh, to make it successful, see some successful changes,
Yeah,
is mandatory, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be harmony. It's supposed to be coming together
yeah,
to make something pop. You know what I'm saying? To make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think, man, is so vital, and we so far away from that because we far away from our nature. And, you know, but we are all this is understood. We
yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
we
How
behind the eight ball.
systematically
You know
set
what
up
I'm saying?
like this? Yeah, it's set up
But
like for this to be like
but
this.
they
It's time for us
but
to break it.
yeah, changing the narrative and changing mindsets, we got to understand that, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we gotta drop them type of seeds.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because it's everything is everything, bro. Because we can change the kids, and that's future wise.
yeah,
But if we still sitting, if that generation on top of them kids still dropping bad seeds, because grandma gonna have to keep somebody kids,
yeah, yeah,
this gotta be a whole total shift, bro. And it take everybody doing something different to be able to touch somebody different. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna take us, like you say, media is our ally, bros, because we can spread the word out.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But then it's another challenge that we just keep working on. They don't even some of them don't even want to click on.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just to listen, it's
You know what
free.
I'm
I
saying?
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's a lot we gotta do. It's a
yeah,
lot we need to work on.
yeah.
And all that is needed. Resources. You know what I'm saying? Uh Coming together, trusting each other.
That's the main thing, trust. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
we
Because we don't trust each other for nothing. And I'll tell,
no,
like, I'm gonna tell a quick story about trust. You know, that you continue. The reason I wanted to get the property before I asked for the community to money, because if I say, well, the property is $300,000, if I come to the community and say I need $300,000 for this property, what you think the response gonna be?
yeah, for real. And like, yeah, to
You know what I'm
go,
saying?
yeah,
So I understand our people, and it's not a diss, it's an understanding of how people operate. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? If I say I need 300,000 for this building, I'm not getting it. But if I get
yeah.
creative and I get control of the building and get the building, now I got the building. So now I don't need no $300,000. Now I just need, you know, 5, 10,
It's
$20,
15.
whatever you can do. Since I got the property and I'm finna do the school, this the curriculum. I got stories that you already seen past events, so I got a little
Right,
history. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I'm building on my value that I'm giving to the community as we get value, which is unfortunate because a white guy he can just start something today and get $100,000
off
for
the
his
top.
community tomorrow. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
Or
just be
come
like,
from overseas.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But it is what it is. You know, I'm not
yeah.
here to complain about it. I figure out what it is and I get to the solution. So okay, my people don't fully trust me yet. Let me keep doing what I'm doing, but let me get the property. Then I come back to them like, bam, we got the house. Because when I first posted, I ain't say I got the house. I said we got it. So I'm letting you know this is for the.
Keyword. Yeah.
So you already now you got the back, you got my back record. You see what I got now. Instead of me saying, man, I need 300,000. Nah, I just need $5, $10 a month to help further this. And now
Yeah.
what you gonna see? All the money I raised yesterday, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna post about it. Then I'm gonna back door and you're gonna see me work tomorrow at Lowe's. Then by the end of the week, you're gonna see the building level, you're gonna see paint. So now you be like, okay, that 20 I put in on it, I see it now. You know what I'm saying? So then you see the events. Oh man, he got 2 months booked up with the kids events. Okay, so now you get more comfortable with giving that 10, 20 because you see it. You know what I'm saying? But if you just give him money and it's 6 months later, you're like, damn, T, like you ain't painted the building yet. You ain't.
Yeah, like what he doing? Yeah,
You know, because
that's
you know
real.
it's gonna come. You know, the people gonna be looking. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
a
yeah.
black, I'm a
Yeah,
black man,
yeah,
mouth full of dollars.
you gonna ride by.
People gonna be
So
looking
man,
like, hold on, man.
yeah,
I donated in February, man.
right. What's
This
going on?
July,
Yeah. Right, man.
you know,
You
because
know, that's
so we got to know that, but that's cool because the work is what I'm doing it for. I got other. I tell people I got other businesses. Like me getting at school, I did that for my vision for the youth in the community. I got other
yeah,
businesses I can just make money on if it's just about
right,
money. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So it's about the money is needed for sure, but the vision ain't about money. The vision is about an empowerment. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But we just got to understand we're in the world we born into. It takes money.
yeah, you
Like
do.
ain't
Yeah,
nothing you
that's
can
what
do
the
about
yeah,
that. Ain't nothing you can do
yeah.
about that, man.
That's how you play the game.
Yeah,
That's like that's like back in the game. You gotta pop that quarter in there
yeah, got to.
play,
You know
to
what?
play that game.
You
Yeah, you
complain
know what
about
I'm saying?
it and keep your quarter, or you can pop your quarter and get what you're trying to get. You know,
Yeah,
that's just
right,
what we tied into, man.
right.
Yep.
And it, man, it ain't no need of us complaining about nothing.
Nothing. Just what's the solution to do?
You
We
know what I'm
can talk
saying?
about it. You can tell me, T, man, this problem. Okay, shit, now let's talk about the solution. We can talk about it,
Right.
but if me and you talk about something today, and in 6 months we still talking about it and complaining about it, we just we wasting life now because
Yeah,
we need to do something about
it's
it.
time wasted. Yeah,
Yeah, do something
it's
about
some time wasted. It's some time wasted, man, and that's that's that'd be unfortunate too. You know what I'm saying?
it. Yeah.
But
And that's why we got to call it out. But what we got to do is show it. See, like even the people that don't, they got a side eye on me or don't want to support or nothing. I don't gotta negotiate and plead with them. You know what I got to do is just keep being consistent on what I do.
yeah,
Because that person, like you know what, I don't. At first I ain't really trouble, but you can't the results you can't deny results. So I show you month after month, week after week, and you seeing the kids. Like yesterday, that's
yeah,
why that's why I went live with the kids, just running through there, just excited,
yeah,
just the energy, because that's what it's all
yeah,
about. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Real
Like,
talk,
and for me,
real talk.
people say, how can you do this and do it free for the kids? For one, I'm a hustler, so I'm always figuring out my kid. Like when your kid part CEO Youth League, they my business partners. That's why I'm about to start a nonprofit, but CEO Youth League is an LLC
Yeah,
because it's a Shark Tank. It's a okay. You got that gift, I invested into that. You know, I'm
right.
on contracts with like 2 or 3 of my kids right now. Like we on contracts with the parents, like real business contracts. And the
Yeah,
other we have vendor days. We got this. So and I did that because at 11 years old, what got my peak into the streets was the big homie on the corner gave me a handful of crack. He was like, "You want to make some money here?"
I already know. Yeah,
Okay, but now I'm thinking. Now I'm older. I'm thinking like, what if he'd have told me about stocks? What if he'd have told me about real estate?
right.
What if he'd have game me up the way I'm trying to game up the youth now? What if he'd have game me up like that by 2030? I could have been a bit millionaire.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it could have been
I
on a
touched
whole nother
a
level.
lot of money young, but I just ran
Right,
through it because I ain't really know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? But if
right.
I would have had a CEO Youth League program that taught me about money, even if I was messing up in the streets, when I had that money, I'd have did something smarter with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, 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 yeah. A lot of us will be in a whole other situation. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
just with those seeds
Yeah,
planted. You know what I'm saying?
right. With the
Even
right
if you wasn't
seeds.
no business person, even if you ain't no business person, even if you grow up to be a worker, right? Just say, man, you know what? I want to work. Even if you want to do that, the knowledge that we given still gonna put you in better position than most people that work because you're gonna be like, you know what? Well, my check, I got a course I'm doing right now called Fast Food to Wealth. So it's gonna be talking about how you can be at a job, at your fast food job, and start building wealth because wealth is a mindset. You know, I tell people all the time,
Real good system.
how you doing, Miss Brown? Mama Brown up in the house, always showing love.
That's what's up.
But how, what, you know, wealth wealth is a mindset, right? So
Yeah,
you can be at a fast food job and start building wealth. And most of us don't think that's possible because most of us think, well, you got to have a lot of money to get wealth. No, wealth is if you flat broke with no money right now, just the way you start thinking can put you on a path to wealth. Just
right,
that just the way you start thinking and what you start
right.
consuming, what you
How
start
you?
consuming.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly,
that's
man.
what to do it, man. So
Exactly.
what you think put you on like what you say like you had a mentor coming up like kind of because we all was knuckleheads for a minute, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we all
Oh
go through
yeah.
that phase. So what kind of shook you up from being that knucklehead or being that statistic where at the age you are now you uh, uh, in the pen or just coming out the pen or that trajectory that most of us go on.
Right.
What you think kind of saved you or curved you or opened your eyes to go a different way in life?
Well, man, to be honest, man, it's a dual effect for me, bro. And like I was at a point where I started seeing things, you know what I'm saying? Like once I lost one of my homeboys,
Yeah,
and I started seeing things come to me supernaturally. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And me being in this environment, doing what I need to do to survive. When I had a baby, you know what I'm saying? Doing what I need to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? And just seeing that it was something bigger
yeah,
than what I had been living in.
yeah. What was presented in front of you? Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I was finally seeing that it was something deeper than what I had even been taught. And man, boy, uh, starting to see that I was not who I felt comfortable, really comfortable being, or
yeah,
who I was as I was younger,
yeah,
being free. I realized that I had got trapped up under all these we call them curses, things that I had fell
yeah,
up under. All of us, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We out here selling dope,
yeah,
squabbling, doing whatever, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And really just falling off a line. You know what I'm saying? So as I got a little older, started having babies, you know what I'm saying? And that helped me
yeah.
wake up.
Kind of like slow you down a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And sure, going to the penitentiary, coming home, seeing ain't no shit, life keep going.
hmm,
That was another piece of the puzzle that made me say, okay, I gotta really catch myself. I gotta really get grounded. I gotta really get into who I am.
yeah,
And I was okay. So then I start flashing back, and I'm starting to see. Okay, I'm seeing, and I'm being shown signs, and I'm learning to catch these signs.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I must.
So 20s, man. I'm still living free. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I come home, and when I say free, I'm saying free spirit.
Yeah, yeah. Just floating through. Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Not not in a designated lane yet with
Just trying to really
myself.
find yourself. Just floating through, trying to find what your
Yeah,
like you say, you're trying to find that
yeah.
purpose, trying to find
What
what
is it? Yeah. So like, so I know I can do music. That's easy. I can pimp the pen. I can speak it. You know what I'm saying? The music part. But I know I can sell shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I know I can do some things. My first store, I was probably 7 or 8. I want to say third or fourth grade, maybe a little older than that. Opened up my own little candy lemonade shop
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there hood on the block. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It lasted about 2 weeks, or we ate up it. But I didn't, like you said earlier, if somebody would have, or if that was programmed into me,
yeah.
how to really run that
Somebody
store.
would have nurtured that. You know what I'm saying, and kept you
Yeah.
on that path. Yeah,
But
yeah,
see, and these are the things, this is what I'm saying. I'm starting to see the pieces of who I am
yeah.
before the programming.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Good that.
Grew up in that era where crack got hot.
Mhm.
Gangster rap came out. You know what I'm saying?
It was a big wave of just a whole mindset change of us as a people.
Right. That knocked a lot of us off our feet.
Yeah,
We don't, damn. I didn't even get to groom my little gifts and restrictions from things like religions
yeah,
or environments.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, so them 20s, I'm seeing this, man, and I tell you this thing that really flipped me back, man, to okay, it's time for you to do something greater. It's time for you to open up your next level.
okay,
I get off work and I'm in the studio. I had a little studio back in the house. I'm fit to mess with some music. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Trying to get it. But I gotta go get me some green. Make the phone call. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I gotta hit the highway though. A little
yeah,
quick, little minute. You know what I'm saying? I go in the house. Say, baby, I'll be right back. Woo, woo, woo. Baby, she in there fit the cookies. I need you to go to HEB. Okay, what you need? 3 little things, some seasoning food. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Bet
yeah. Just
I
need
do
some
that on my
time.
way back.
Yeah, yeah,
Man, so I hop on the highway, you know what I'm saying? And man, bro, I'm on the highway for probably about 5 minutes, maybe 5 to 10 minutes on the highway, and I done rolled past probably about 20 different laws. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Three
yeah,
different agencies.
yeah. Like, hold on.
I got this feeling, bro. I get off, headed back. I'm going to HEB. I'm going to the house because I done already hit that green. At first, I'm thinking, well, I don't know it, but I'm saying they
Yeah,
pulling up, they up there,
yeah. You
they
been,
over there,
yeah,
they back there. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? And I ain't doing nothing but just going to give me a little something for, you know what I'm saying? And so I get back to the HEB. You know what I'm saying? I'm tingling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about goosebumps. I'm just
yeah,
vibrating. I
yeah.
know something.
Some talking to you. It's your
I'm
spirit.
walking, yeah, I'm walking in the HEB and I'm saying, man, they jumping out on something, man. I'm fit to Tony go set up at this thing. I'm saying this as I'm walking in, man. I get to an aisle where I'm supposed to get. I'm facing this way. I'm grabbing what I grab, and I see somebody down there, just locked in on me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
with the well, I wish you know what I'm saying. Well, I don't even know. I ain't
yeah,
got no wants or nothing.
yeah.
Like, you know
It's
what I'm
just a
saying?
feeling. You just got
I
that
ain't
feeling.
out of pocket. Yeah, I ain't out of pocket. I'm just going to give me some. You know what I'm saying? Some calm down so I can make me some good music. Man, next thing I know, I turn, right boy standing right here beside me, like he just popped up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
So I'm like, hey, what's up? My mind is saying, but my body was locked. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I'm locked. I can't move. He said, say, man, I don't, I don't know why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But God told me to tell you, man, it's time to change and you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like I say, I'm stuck. He stick his hand out like, what's your name? Name flew right out my mouth. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, yeah,
And he was like, man, I don't, I was at the house just chilling, watching TV, man, and some just told me to get to HEB, and I ain't know until I saw you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he ain't have but a couple of things in his basket. He's like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't even need none of this. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
He's trying to figure out what's talking to him, and you trying to figure out what's talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And this was a white dude, nerdy white dude, glasses. It looked like he just hopped off the couch. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
And then right then, I knew that was a soul connection. It was bigger than this here too.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that was something higher than that. You know what I'm saying? And man, we departed ways, man. I remember I got in the car, man, and I cranked that car, man, and I sat there, I cried for about 6 minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I called, baby, man, you'll never believe what just happened to me. You know what I'm saying?
Giving a
It's
whole
like
rundown.
that. Cleansing though.
Yeah,
Cleansed. And from that day forth, man,
started moving
I
different.
felt I felt the power in me.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
started
I
walking more
felt
with your
I
purpose.
felt the little boy back then, I felt that come back together.
Yeah, he
You know what I'm
just
saying?
made a step up in life. Just made,
Yeah,
mentally,
and
just it just made it changed
right
your view on everything.
on everything. You know what I'm saying? And I can even to right today, I can look back down
That moment.
that path, man, and smile at everything,
Yeah, yeah,
the good and the bad.
yeah. Take it all in. Take it all because that's what
Yeah,
made
because that's what make, like you said earlier. You said about being a king. Like say, I know that I started out Alexander King and the king because everything that I've conquered, everything that I've came through, I built my crown with that.
you. Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Forms to what it is today,
Yeah,
that's powerful. And what you were saying is like something talking to you, and you started and you cried and you figured out that day that you're gonna move different. It just opened your eyes up to life at another scale. And,
yeah,
and and most of us don't listen. I ain't gonna say most of us. The ones that don't listen to that, because all of us, I got so many partners in the penitentiary, and like, man, someone was telling me this. I've been getting this
yeah,
vibe. I had a dream. I had this. But they didn't listen to it.
man.
When you don't listen to it and you don't acknowledge it and you fight against it, then you end up in a situation that could have been bad. You know what I mean? That ends up
Exactly.
bad for a lot of us. Because I got
Right.
countless partners that say, man, I had dreams about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I've been having a funny feeling, and I just said forget
yeah,
it. And they always
yeah.
ask me because I jumped off the porch young, and
Right.
I think I'm one of the only ones that was out there in the '90s, that then didn't go to the penitentiary. That's not a convicted
Right.
felon, this and that, right? And I always tell people that's why I run with it the way I run with it now because I'm not nobody special. I always just now I barely missed my 4 or 5 raids. I left right before 2 or 3 raids.
Right. Right.
I was in the studio with a couple raids. Like so, I was always you could say lucky, but I say it was just the ancestors, the higher power set me.
You,
We got a different trajectory for you.
you
Like
was tuned in. Yeah.
everybody you around going to the penitentiary, but you're skipping it. You're missing it. I've been in the cars with man. It was a 20-year life, 20 to life sentence in there, and they didn't find
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it ain't that I'm lucky. It's like you must got a higher calling because you ain't no more special than your homie. You ain't no
Right.
more
Yeah.
this and that. You ain't just this super brilliant hustler. You're
Right.
getting a break for some reason. But when I kept seeing that, I acknowledged it and I ran with that. If I didn't, then I could have ended up in a different situation because I didn't acknowledge what I was seeing.
Right. Yeah.
And that's important. So what you just said, I want to connect that because a lot of us, when we get those feelings, when we get those vibes, and we know we need to go ahead and make a change, we refuse to do it. And then months, year, whatever later, something bad happened, and we go back to that point, like, man, I knew it. Something been telling me to do this. Something been telling me to do that.
Yeah.
But we got to learn how to listen to
Yeah.
that outside power.
Yeah, it's important, and like even like in that situation, it probably took a little more.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
somebody take a little more from somebody, but if we are in tune, I mean, we hear that voice. That's already installed in us to know.
yeah,
Really,
yeah.
even when a kid when they say but not yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna
Just,
go knock it over anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we know that's part of all this what we talking about too.
yeah,
Needing to drop these type of seeds also because they took that away from a lot of they
yeah,
got repressed.
yeah,
Our
yeah.
instincts was repressed with all this luggage and all these
Mhm,
laws and all these whatever you want to call them chains.
mhm.
It took a lot of us away from that. So that's why sometimes it take you to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah. And that's why and see to really because when you a lot of people or a lot of our people that say they changed when they went to jail, right? And they said, man, jail saved my life. And I hate it, but I understand it because okay, and I always tell people I learned off everybody else's mistakes. So I didn't feel like I
Yeah,
had to go to jail because I was around Steve P. I
uh,
was around everybody I was around was going in and out the penitentiary. So I
yeah,
felt like if I just learned different, okay, why and I wrote that in the book. Like, okay, all my partners seem like they catch cases late night riding around with dope and stuff, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna stop being out late night, like just I start picking up on little stuff like that.
the trap,
Yeah, they getting in trouble at the clubs. Okay, well,
the trap.
I'm not gonna be at the club unless I'm getting paid to be there or it's a function. I'm not just gonna go just to hang out. Like if we doing a real concert and I make some money at the door, okay,
Yeah,
I'll be there. I'll take care of my business for them couple of hours. but I'm not going to be there after the show. I'm doing like a regular artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we got to understand instead of trying to do what's cool, do what's necessary to take care of you and yours. Like it was
Yeah.
necessary for me to go do this show because I make money. But after that show, I shake hands, I show love, I take pictures, I'm gone. You're not gonna
Yeah.
catch me 2 hours later still in the club drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm
Exactly.
asking for trouble. And my thing was the system is set up for a black kid like me when I was at that age to be in the penitentiary, right? So it's my job to make it as hard as possible, not easier. Like a lot of us,
Yeah.
the system already set up to lock us up, and what do? We
Yeah.
ride around
Yeah.
drunk, we ride around like this. We make it easier for a system that's already set up to lock us up.
Right. Fall right up in it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. So we gotta even
Fall right in it.
what's up, Big Bam? Yeah, President. Yeah, for real. But see, what I'm saying is, what I was getting at before I got sidetracked on that, Bam, is that's why the house of resources is so crucial. Because I want to catch them kids. I don't want no kid to have to go to the penitentiary to become
Exactly.
a man. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Nah.
why we can't catch them right in the middle before they make those bad decisions, and then they can be like, you know what? I was on the road to going to juvenile. I was on the road to going to county. I was on the road to going to the pen. But the CEO Youth League and the House of Resources, when I met them, man, I've been a business person ever since then. You know, I want to stop that because it's true. A lot of, and I've seen some great stories come out of the penitentiary, but I hate that we have to go to the penitentiary to get those stories. You know?
Yeah, and we don't, and we don't, and that's one of the main things that breaking these generational curses to stop that.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say also to that is not even just when I'm saying, even when I say sit down, it ain't got to be the penitentiary. It's sitting down to get to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us need that timing because it's a lot going on in life, bro.
So,
you know what I'm saying? A lot of people got a lot of things going on, man, which make it so shaky, man. You know what I'm saying? And these kids these days, it's wide open.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing to have people who reaching out and, like you were saying, doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's imperative, bro. You know what I'm saying? But being able to sit down, figuring out what you're gonna do, who you are, what's your puzzle piece, and then on connecting with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I appreciate, like I said earlier, appreciate you even bringing me on. That's a connection, and like you said, that's making me bring it back. Okay, I need to bring him. I need to bring T back because you on another level.
Yeah.
Moving up levels of what you know, the seeds you dropping. You know what I'm saying?
What we doing? Yeah, we keep raising the bar. We keep raising the bar.
Yeah, raising the bar, man.
And we got to do it, and we make it cool. We got to make it cool because, like you say, these kids they wide open, but they wide open because they lost. And my thing is, Miss Brown that has spoke, and that's why I started the show with her bridging the gap, right? Because I'm 40, she's 60, but I deal with the kids from 3 on up, or really newborns on up, right? So what we need to figure out is what the younger generation ain't trying to hear what the older generation talking about, and that's on. And it's some that's valid and some that's invalid. Like, because I'm in the middle, right? And this is why I started the show with her, because I want to get to solutions. I don't want to do the blame game. You know, I want to get to, because there's some older people that I don't want to rock with, because I'm not going with the submissive. I'm not going with the NAACP and the preacher way. There's some ways that I'm not going, because I feel like those ways have already failed us. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's not to disrespect the elderly. It's just to call you and be like, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but at the same time, I get what the elder's saying is like it's some youngsters out of control, and we got to do something about that. But what I tell them is, okay, instead of talking bad about those kids, look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what have you built for that kid to do something different and better for?
Right.
You see, that's what I want to do. I want to be able to look around and be like, you know what? I started the CEO Youth League, House of Resources. We do this, we do that. We didn't save so many kids. We didn't. I got 6-figure earners and stuff coming out of CEO Youth League that would have probably been in the streets on their way to the penitentiary. So I want, if you can't sit back and tell us what you built for those kids to stay out the streets, we got to stop blaming the kids for being in the streets. It's time to roll your sleeves up and figure out how to build something to get them kids out the street. Quit telling them to get out the streets when you don't got no solutions for them after that. Go get a job. Man, half these jobs ain't paying no money.
Right.
So what they going to do, they going to get that check, and then what they going to do, I know a lot of good brothers that want to go away from the streets, but when they go to work, and they trying to provide for their family, they look at that check, they like, I gotta go flip this before I can pay bills. You know,
It ain't matching up. Yeah.
so
That's
it's
true.
the whole system thing. And instead of blaming, we got to figure out what can we do that's gonna make it where these kids out the streets. And like I tell Miss Brown all the time, like a lot of these elders took the easy way out, but now they fussing at the youngsters, right?
Yeah.
Because you telling
Yeah.
them what they do and they need to stop this and stop that. But what if I tell you, okay, they talk about the gun violence, and it's true. We got to work on that because it's a lot of senseless gun violence,
Yeah,
right?
it is.
And
Yeah.
I got programs and I got stuff that's gonna work on that. But so okay, we're gonna call it out. But what kills more black people than guns, though? Is what we eat. So we need to talk to grandma. We need to talk.
We talk about all that.
We need to
Yeah.
talk to the elders that's feeding us this poison too. Like
True
so,
that.
so we all got fault, and instead of blaming each other, let's figure out how to make it all work and how we can better each other. So that's why I like to be in the middle, and that's why I love our show that we be doing every Tuesday. It's called Bridging the Gap, because it's about how can we bridge the gap? How can we? Because the system love that we fractured and don't mess with the elders, and the elders don't mess with us because we lose that elderly knowledge, and the elderly people lose their young energy and their young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need the elderly knowledge with the young energy. If we got that, say man, it's out.
Right.
It's
It'll be a whole it'll be a whole different situation, man, because that's harmonizing the energies, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Harmonizing, bridging the gap, like you say. You know what I'm saying? That's what make movements. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we need to talk about a lot, but like you say, ain't no need of us blaming nobody.
It's solution based. We got to get to solutions.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even if it take you dropping that seed to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids or whoever it is, then that seed and it seed in that soil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna spread, and then you go and you spread to the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
that becomes our leadership. That becomes our code. Because I was on the radio station yesterday, and she was talking about leaders, and I tell her that's the problem, that we always look for that one leader. But if we got 100 men that operate like me and you, even if something happened to 1 or 2 people, that code, that mindset is the leadership that keep passing on. That keeps growing. But if you just got one Malcolm X and they kill him, it's a wrap. Yeah, but if you got 1,000 people that think like Malcolm X, even if you killed him, that movement's still going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what we don't do.
Right. And they go back to the energy, to the soul, man. What are you bringing to the table? What part of this puzzle? Thanks. What part of this puzzle are you? You know what I'm saying? How you fit in this? What you bringing? Because you got something, I got something, he got something, you got something. Like you said, if one fall off, we still rolling, man. We still learning, we still shining, because it's gonna be another one who's gonna come and take his spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all need each other, man. That's how this whole thing works, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
how it works.
And the reason why we at the bottom when it comes to the wealth game, because we don't understand that we need each other. You know, and that's why, like last year when I had the Black Man Brunch and all that, now we're gonna be able to do that more consistent. So we got our own property now. But that was a vision of it, because we need to show, and we need to show it. Like a lot of us will try to do something behind the scenes, but now we show all the negative bad men doing this stuff. Let's show all the positive. Let's show us sitting around chopping up game. Let's show our think tanks. Let's show us having our own radio stations and having our let's promote that like we would if somebody playing football. Yeah. And that's why I posted that about last week about these people that be deluding guys that didn't even make it in football, but just head coaches at a high school or something, and this and that, which is cool. I'm not knocking that, but if that same person, like right now, you from Temple, right? Just say you became a state champion coach in Houston.
Yeah.
But you've been in Houston the last 10, 15 years, but you never came back to Temple. You never did nothing in Temple. Why should Temple be saluting you for what you're doing in Houston? Like, it's not saying that you're doing a bad thing, but what have you did for your people here? You know what I'm saying? And if you ain't did nothing for your people here, it needs to be called out. Like, say, homie, we need a gym down here, or we need this. And I don't feel like it's nothing wrong with calling that out. You know what I'm saying? That's not hating on you. Right. That's just that's making you accountable. So, okay, I see you on this level, but why you not giving back to the people?
Accountability, exactly, man. And I went through things like that, dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the youth basketball
Yeah, yeah.
and
I was just about to
squad
ask you about
league,
that, so
all
that's a
that.
good
You know what
transition
I'm
into
saying?
that. Yeah,
Yeah, like I dealt with that, like knowing, reaching out. You know what I'm saying? Like say, whoop, 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 man. I got these boys, man. And at this time, I got like probably about 65, 70, 80 youngsters.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? From 5 on up to 17, 18 years old. You know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about? And it's like, man,
love, man.
can't you help? Can't you help the kids? You're not helping me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm setting the platform for it.
yeah.
Like you saying
That's it.
earlier, you're not doing it for me.
Yeah,
You're doing it because you came from this.
this environment.
You
You should want this environment.
you evolved from this same spot.
Yeah, and if you're not
You
gonna
come
put in
from
that much work, won't you just try to help the person that is doing the work?
yeah.
Since
You
you
come
say
from
you
this
want it.
garden.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And man, not being able to stand up and hold themselves accountable for that or wanting to help. You know what I'm saying? If you got it, you know what I'm saying. That's not gonna help us move forward. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? That's gonna make it harder for me to corral the kids. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because if we go into Austin and all these kids, they everybody matching.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got something somewhere.
They feel good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm trying to help and make these boys be able to feel that same feeling
yeah.
and make them more susceptible to the word I'm giving them, or who if I'm bringing somebody who got some knowledge, bringing them to holler at them, talk to the boys, drop something in their mind.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But if I can't keep them interested,
that's the
but keep
thing.
them locked in,
Yeah, you're gonna lose them.
we're gonna lose them.
Yeah, and that's why we got to be creative in what we do. Like even
Yeah, and
when we talk about the basketball, I always think I love sports because I understand that that's part of our culture, right? And that's just part of our makeshift. We just the most best at everything. So sports gonna fall into that category too. You know what
yeah,
I'm
let's
saying?
keep
So it's
yeah,
only right. But like
it's
even when
easy.
I was talking to you about a league, I say we got to have these leagues, but we got to connect it to real life. So we got to have a youth organization that still you got to have a curriculum and learn about business. We got to have a youth organization. So when it's off season, you still have to do the youth organization and learning. You got to do the eating right. You got to have these programs for these kids because I always tell people I was lost from end of football season to the next football season. I was by the time next football season came, I was full blown in the streets. I ain't
Yeah,
even want to
you
hear what. So, but what if they'd have had a CL
different.
league or a program that would have kept me after football season? Though, and see, this is what a lot of people always tell me. We love what you're doing because we need more black men that do this 24/7. Like most black,
Yeah,
it's a lot of black men that are mentored, but it's only
yeah,
mentored during football season and basketball season and baseball. We need you to mentor life. You know, not
right,
just because football season over with that, them kids need to still see and hear from you on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
that's what I'm saying. We got to do that, and yeah, we got to learn from the past. Like even that's all I do.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, that's
the program I got now, when I'm asking the community for at least $10 a month, I figure you know where I got that from. Looking at the Black Panthers and when they did the free breakfast and free lunch, right? Brilliant idea. The government ended up taking it, and that's why we got public free
yeah,
lunches now because of the
right,
Black
right,
Panthers.
right, right,
But
right.
where the Black Panthers messed up at is when we doing it for ourselves. The deed is good, right? But we got to always figure out how to sustain it.
Yeah,
Like if I just feed kids every day, but I can only do it for 6 months, am I really doing a good thing? Because I need to be able to do this forever. This need to be able.
right.
This need to be continuous,
It
and
need to
that's why I
be
put the call to action out. I'm asking for $10 from at least 100 families. That's $1,000. That ain't a lot of money, you know, especially for a $300,000 building. But what that money will do is at least go to feeding, at least go to
yeah,
something, and I'm not dependent on the system because if a system funding me and then they see a conversation me and you have, they might want to stop funding me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So
Yeah,
if they want to stop funding me, I need to still be able to turn around to my people and be like, I don't care if they cut the funds out, but we good because we funding this. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
right.
power. That's why we
Yeah,
always lose because if they don't fund us, we're not used to funding ourselves. So it's just the movement die out, you know, and that's
yeah.
what we got to change.
It's gonna choke out. And man, the key word you just said in that, what you was just saying, was my people,
Yeah.
my people. You know what I'm saying? Because
Go ahead.
we also gotta understand that what I'm. I know I learned to understand that everybody ain't my people.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. So it's
we
good
talked
for
about
us
that.
to have
Yeah,
spotlights and platforms where we can target
yeah,
our people, where we can attract our people, man. So go back to what I was saying at the beginning. Keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing what you're doing. Keep pushing. What I'm doing, I'm gonna keep
yeah. Let's
pushing.
say
You know
keep
what I'm
on
saying? What
pushing.
that other brother, good
It
brother
all go
doing.
together.
Keep pushing, man.
Go together. It
Man,
all
that's how
it's,
yeah,
it's
right.
all tied up. Even though they different things, it's all needed. Like we need our own media.
Yeah.
And I always talk about building a nation. Building a nation, part of that is media because, like Dr. Claude always said, you have to have your own media while you starting to do your own businesses. Because
Yes.
if you got your own businesses and you got your own everything, but you still don't have your own media, they still control it because you got to be able to control your own narrative. You got to be able to push your own narrative. You know, like right now, they
That's right.
black on black crime, right? That's all we know. Why do we know that? Because
Yeah.
will be promoted forever.
What about the yeah? What
But,
about the
but,
whoop de whoop on crime? On crime?
but that's what I'm saying. But the
Yeah,
reality is, you
I know.
most people kill who in their closest vicinity. So it ain't
Right.
no black on black crime. Mexicans kill each other at 80+%.
Yeah.
White
Right.
people
And
kill
they
each
know
other
that.
at 80+%. Whoever you live around, that's 9 times out of 10 who kills each other. That's just
Yeah.
but the media in the radios and the propaganda has told us like black on black crime, like it's the worst thing. And it's bad anytime you hurt your own
Yeah.
self. But
Yeah.
but it's a natural thing, but it's only promoted to make us look worse. So when the
Yeah.
police kill us, oh, that's okay because they kill each other anyway. That's
Yeah.
what they always say. Or
Desensitizing.
yeah,
Yeah. Desensitizing. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? And that's media is major. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Because like you say, they can continue to push our destruction from within.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Which media major. Everybody, phones, kids. You see little kids laid back in the strollers,
yeah.
reading the program. You know what I'm talking
Keep
about?
the programming up. Just program
Yeah.
first, man. Just
So yeah,
program
man. So
first.
that's why, man, I'm so thankful even to, you know what I'm saying, that I'm just trying to I can only bring what I bring.
Yeah, and that's it.
And I'm not fit to bring, I'm bringing me. I'm not fit to switch my voice up for nobody. I'm not fit to, you know what I'm saying? I'm bringing what I do because this is what's in me. This is what's in my soul to do.
Yeah.
So that question you asked me earlier about the media, about the radio station, man, this is what I want to be able to drop these type of conversations
Yeah, yeah,
on a continuous line.
yeah. And that's what I
So
was
it's
just about to say,
only
man.
a push of a button, easy
Yeah.
access for our people, for the tribe, for the person who need to hear
And
what,
don't have to get
what this thing's
permission. Don't have
about.
to, don't have to ask for permission, and
Right,
don't have to worry about. Well, since that
right,
interview I did yesterday, I might get fired today. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. You know what
all
I'm
that
saying? Like,
stuff.
I don't, yeah, you know. But man, it's all like you say, it's all a beautiful struggle
Yeah,
because
it's a beautiful struggle, man.
we're gonna have opposition, but that don't stop us,
Yeah,
man. We
yeah, that's part
keep
of it.
pushing, man. So that's all I tell my kids that I keep pushing, man.
Yeah, and
You
if
know what
you
I'm
got
saying?
opposition, that means you're doing something right. Because if you ain't doing nothing
Oh
that's
yeah,
worth nothing,
oh
ain't
yeah.
nobody gonna care.
It ain't gonna be yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
if you
Of course,
some people fighting against you, if forces fighting against you,
of
that means
course.
you're doing right. Keep doing it, man.
Yeah,
But as we wrap, what I just thought about it, I'm gonna have to talk to you off air, man. But I really like, especially with your radio. I think we need to do something like just I don't know, manhood conversation, a weekly show, a bi-weekly show or something. And we just go from your radio to the podcast and just having these conversations because we already over the hour and I ain't how me and you talk. I ain't even got into what I really want to get
I
into it
know,
with you,
right. I ain't looked at the time. I ain't looked at the time yet, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But
And,
but what I'm doing right now, I be trying to keep them around an hour because of the way
yeah,
the way we
of
setting it
course,
up. You know what I'm saying?
of
So I
course.
definitely want to get with you and I want, like you say, continuous. I want to make this a continuous thing because we haven't really chopped it up since I mean we chopped it up a few times,
Yeah,
but and that's why I told like Miss Brown and all them. I like my weekly shows now because it makes me build with them weekly. Like
right,
instead of us talking and then we might not talk for a couple months or something like
right.
that, it making us hold each other accountable. But it's bringing us together weekly, and if we come together weekly or we come together bi-weekly and do something, it ain't gonna be nothing but positive that come out of that. You know what I'm
Ain't no
saying?
doubt about it. Yeah,
So that's
no doubt about it.
and it builds up consistency. It builds up these conversations that needs to be normalized. Like when we talk about manhood, that needs to be a normal conversation. And when we talk
Yeah,
about the
sure
being
be.
brunch and all that, that stuff needs to be
Yeah,
regular events. That don't even need to be
it
like no
should.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should be
it
regular.
should
So
be. It need to be, and it need to be. That's why we're in the times we are in now. It need to be in the hands of these
yeah,
children. It
yeah,
need to be in the hands of these lost brothers and sisters.
where they see
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
An
Yeah,
example, like, man, I was gonna be
yeah.
the street guy, but I'm over here, man. All these dudes talk about it positive and building businesses, and they helping
Right.
each other.
They're
And
gonna
this
catch
one,
something.
the
Yeah,
other one, he just made his first million. When that conversation become regular in our communities, man, that's a game changer, man. Because like our kids, all they want to do is
right,
make money, and that's why my program is built on how to make money right now. Because I know you go to that east side, you pull up on a kid and talk about you want to make some money, you got them, you got them. But
right,
now that I got them,
right,
instead of me doing it in a negative way, like you say, you can go negative or positive with anything. So we can say you
yeah,
want to make money. They say, yeah, I can go negative,
right,
but I
yeah,
can go positive too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So now
right,
that I'm going positive with the grabbing them off the corner with the
yeah,
money,
right.
now that takes him to a whole nother level, or her a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's the I feel like as men, we got to take our communities back and we got to do it.
Yeah, man.
We
That's
gotta
that's
lead the way.
that.
Our women doing what they do, and it's a lot of them doing the great things. But as men, we have to lead that way, man.
That's all. That's
Unapologetically, not asking for permission. You
right,
know what I'm saying? Just doing it. Just doing
man.
the
That's what we were made for, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for.
That's that's
We,
that's
we,
that's,
we,
that's the mandatory situation,
they
bro.
just tricked us along the way
Yeah,
for us to
yeah,
not
yeah,
think like we made for that. But yeah,
yeah.
we
Right,
made
yeah.
for that, man.
But we
So,
don't. One thing is for sure is you really can't stop an avalanche, man.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
once it get to rolling,
And we coming, man.
yeah,
You know, more
yeah,
brothers doing what we do.
yeah,
We coming, man, and passing it down. Make sure we passing it down.
yeah, yeah,
Man, passing it down, man. We gotta catch them kids. I'm 48. I gotta talk to that 18, 19-year-old, 2021 brother.
yeah. We got to
We
because
gotta
we
I
got to
gotta
bridge that gap.
pull
We got to
I
bridge that gap.
I
We got to
gotta
make sure.
yeah. I gotta pull a 26-year-old cat who's thinking about I can gotta pull him in too.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I never know what's in his soul. He might be that warrior that we need. I
yeah,
gotta catch that 5-year-old.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Being able to be connectable to these boys, man, and these kids.
yeah.
I don't even like really call them the kids, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
why that's why I say youth. That's why I always say youth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because like
Because
I tell
I also learned to recognize, like, I learned this having my baby girl, man, is that some of these kids come in, and this goes to what I was saying earlier when I said these kids wide open. I learned that my daughter came back in 2013, but her soul older than mine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And you gotta just pick up
I
on that
just I just can't fumble what she got. I gotta guide her,
and nurture it
yeah,
right. Yeah, yeah.
and let her.
Become who the greatness in her. Pull out that. Make
Yeah,
sure.
we gotta learn how to work with these kids,
Yeah,
man. You know what I'm saying? The youth or just minds, period,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because everything is everything, man. And I'll just I just thank you for the opportunity, bro.
Oh
Number
no,
two,
you
you know
know
what
the
I'm
pleasure
saying?
all mine, man. I love the conversations, and we had these conversations off air, but like I said, we need to
The
normalize
practice is
it, but
one.
we need to have it on air too. Like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah,
because our kids
that's
need to
good.
hear this. They need to hear
Yeah,
that confident man talking about nothing but positivity. And like I tell people, it's not about you being the deacon or the church goer or this and that. We could be positive for our community, and you can go out to the club tonight and
right.
pop your bottle if you want to.
That's a whole other show.
That's,
That's
that's you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, I just
that's a
say
whole other show.
I just say it, do it responsibly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's it.
yeah, you do
Like
you
you know,
because you know,
like
man.
we,
Say
we,
yeah,
we got to
we can go.
stop all
So
that because I get that a lot, right? What I'm
yeah,
doing for the community, what church you go to, or what
yeah,
this, or what? No, I'm just a black man that's taking care of my people, man. Don't put
yeah,
me in that box because you might see me
yeah,
with some of my G's posted up later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Uh,
and I'm not gonna hide that or feel funny about
yeah.
that. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
exactly.
But when I am with my G's, what I'm telling them, we got to build our community.
Yeah,
We got to do this. We got to do that. We
yeah,
got to stop the nonsense. But am I gonna be ashamed to take a
yeah,
picture of someone? These my
yeah,
partners. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right. Exactly.
And we gotta
Man,
take pride in that. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, man. Look, cause I let them know I am the church, and this how
Yeah,
I church. This how I church.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Yeah.
for real.
But man,
That's real talk, man. But
appreciate the
as
lock
we wrap
in.
up, man, let's tell, man. I'm gonna ask you one question before we wrap up
Oh, yeah,
about,
go
about
ahead.
the basketball, man. What's the vision on the youth organization? Because I know we talked about it.
Yeah,
And I see you do some stuff this summer. You had like some tournaments and some
yeah,
this past summer,
yeah,
yeah, right?
yeah. And we getting ready to crank it back up too. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So my thing, the whole situation is 10:30 youth
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, and that means something for me from the 10 and the 30 to
R.I.P.
my
R.I.P. to the legend.
already, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, long live and still walk with me to this day. You
for
know what I'm
sure.
saying? And that could be a whole nother situation
Yeah.
that we could talk about.
Oh
But
yeah, that's
yeah,
why I
the
say
10,
we need we need more conversations. We're gonna
yeah,
figure it out. We're gonna figure out a schedule to
oh
just keep
yeah,
it up.
yeah, we're gonna
But
put it together, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, go
Because
ahead.
actually I'm being a fool. I just I'm uh setting aside some more time for like even what you're saying, getting ready to implement some more shows, man. But
Yeah,
setting some more time aside for myself to be able to, because I be doing stuff all day, man.
yeah,
But
yeah,
back to the kids, man. Yeah, the main thing is, man, because the two that I lost, the 10 and the 30, man, we'll say their name another night, you know what I'm saying? But they're my
yeah.
brothers, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we
But
got
those was two good dudes. And when I'm talking about good dudes, I'm saying like good human beings, man, good souls, man. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Some two of the best of the brothers I ever been around to still this day. And
yeah,
I continue to meet good brothers because that's
yeah.
the attack,
That's,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
the journey we on. Yeah,
So yeah. And so my thing with these boys, man, is and I ain't prejudiced about it, you know what I'm saying? Because what your soul talk, what your soul do,
yeah,
or
yeah,
what your
yeah,
soul need. Yeah, so it's a lot of life game talk, you know what I'm saying? Teaching the boys a lot what I learned being on basketball teams and learning to form brotherhoods and
yeah,
not being afraid to, what's up, bro? You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Not being afraid to acknowledge each other, understanding how to have respect for each other, understanding how to love each other, and knowing holding yourself accountable and holding your brother accountable at the
yeah,
same time.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? That's one of the main things we big on, man. Is if y'all at school or y'all at the game, you might not even came with him.
hmm.
But if you see your brother out of line,
Got him. Yeah,
you check that and you call and you hit my phone.
yeah. It's that brotherhood. Just making sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And hit my phone so that way I know and I can call him. I ain't calling any mamas and daddies.
Nah, we checking that. Just that between us. We gonna handle this as men. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because I'm your big brother.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm your uncle.
yeah, yeah,
I'm your coach. I'm your father figure when you're around me.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And
I don't take that lightly. I don't take that lightly.
respect me as that, and I'm gonna respect you as my little brother
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, for sure.
And I ain't gonna tell my little brother nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
be I'll be the biggest fool in town.
yeah. Guiding them in the, you gotta guide them in
You
the
know
right.
what I'm saying, man?
Nah, for real. But we definitely gonna come back and talk about that because I wanna do some things and like I said, we have had conversations, but you know how
Yeah,
things is. You know, but we don't both know that the principles. You know what I'm saying? Some things, even if you don't talk to people for a while, what's understood don't need to be spoke on. It's
exactly,
already you know.
exactly, man. And
You
I,
know.
I, I look at a lot of stuff like this too, bro. Time is precious,
Yeah, yeah.
but timing is even more precious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all about timing. You know what I'm saying? It's
You
all
know what
about
I'm talking about?
because even since we had those conversations last year, you didn't seen I
Right,
where I was at last year. That situation went bad, and now I
right.
ain't gonna say it went bad. That situation
I
just
understand.
died out, and now
You-
a year later, what
right.
purchasing our own building for the youth and stuff now.
Yeah,
So now, you know what I'm saying? So like you said, it's
yeah,
all about timing. Now, what I was talking about last year, I can do, and I got more leverage and stuff behind it because now of what I did in the last year.
exactly,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah. So
right.
what we doing? We still gonna connect on that, man. But
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
appreciate you for coming on, man. Like I said, we're gonna talk off air about doing a show bi-weekly or something. You know what I'm saying? Especially like a little Sunday conversation every couple of weeks
yeah.
or something. You know what I'm saying? A little manhood
Yeah,
Sunday conversation. Just
that's
and we tied in with the radio. But I definitely want to plug it in because like the House of Resources, that's what it's about. It's about everybody got their gifts, their talents, their businesses, they
yeah,
this and that. We make sure we got it all in for here, and everybody know about everybody. So they don't do nothing but raise everybody's plateau. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we
exactly,
got to do.
man.
And we just keep. And that's why my tagline is "Let's pour into each other." The House of Resources tagline is "Let's pour into each other" because it ain't about me.
Already.
It's about us. Everybody that wants to know, we trying to cultivate millionaires, and it ain't just financially, mentally. You know what I'm saying? And your soul. You know what I'm saying? And stuff.
Everything. I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off, man, but
you good,
it's about all that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Everything is everything. It's about the culture. It's about going to the next step. It's about life, period.
And
learning to be better, man.
I've been thinking about this, but losing my big bro last week, it lets you know about your impact, bro. Because when I learned the moment you go, life moves on right. I'm talking about the second you go. It's gonna be people that love you. It's gonna be people that sad and cry, but life keep going. So then the question is, what's the impact that you left? What you know what I'm saying? Like what did you build that's gonna be here in 100 years that keep your name? Like Walmart, Disney, Ford, General Motors. The dudes that started that was about 4 or 5 decades ago, and they still living strong there. They kids straight off what they built while they was on this earth. You know what I'm saying? They still running stuff from the grave. We don't think like that. We think about, well, I'll just pay my bills, and when I die, I hope I go to heaven. That's how. That's the long and short of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, I don't. And I told the dude, he looked at me crazy. I said, man, I think a lot of people that's religious are super selfish, because all you worried about is when you die, where you go. I'm worried about what I leave when I die. Like in 100 years, where they're gonna be talking about the stuff I did in the systems I built in the institution. I want the House of Resources to still be running in 100 years from my grave with my picture of, like, man, he built this. That's what I'm worried about. Like, where I go, whatever, we'll handle that when I get there.
Right.
Like you say, that's a conversation for another day too.
We go a long time.
Look on your face, I can start a whole nother conversation with that.
Man. I mean, it can be it can be a whole nother situation on that, man. But one thing for sure is do you. You know what I'm saying? Do you, man? Do what's in you, man, and that's how you contribute, man. Shoot, that's how you contribute.
Whatever that is, big, small, whatever. Just as long as you contribute, it count. A lot of people are trying to look at what I contribute. No, if you contribute, that's it. It's like I have people tell me, when I couldn't make it yesterday, woo woo woo, you shared the flyer, you did this. That's love. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. Like
that was your portion this time.
Your portion. You know what I'm saying? And maybe next time you'll be in another position or whatever. Like this continuous. So just don't worry about that. Just know that we building and we ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It can't stop, man. And that, man. Once again, man, I appreciate you. I don't want to keep keep rolling.
Like you said, this regular conversation for us, man. But yeah, I want to salute you for coming on. We're gonna be bringing you back. We'll talk off camera about something that we can do, because I wanted to benefit your radio, because I want to come back on yours first next time.
You already know.
Maybe we can just jump back and forth, like we have the Manhood Conversation on Sundays. I come in, you know what I'm saying? So we'll do my show once a month, and we do yours once a month or something, just to keep that conversation going. But I salute you, man, and I thank you for coming on. I thank everybody for tapping in to us today. And I'll be talking to you soon, man. This was another episode of Wealth is Gangster.